map and hide somewhere.
It is up to you.
I have never been in this map, so I feel like
I mean, you could get yourself lost quite easily.
Yeah, I just quickly get myself lost.
Oh yeah, get your speeds. They're on player mods.
Play hide and go seek.
I believe the speeds are also. Oh my god! Okay, wow, I jumped real high. The speeds are not the same as you're normally used to, but yeah. Anyways.
So it looks like we're going with a head start and run for your dear god life.
Okay, if that's what you would like.
For our sake, I'm assuming we'll be basically teleporting mission start.
Yes.
Understood. Tracking.
Okay. I'm in mission 1, Kaba, if you want to hop in there. Just in case you want to be like, okay, I want to find them.
Should the rest of us go into a different VC other than town?
If you would like to go into mission 2, but...
just in case there's anything you need to tell us.
Yeah, just in case you need to reach us.
Yeah, I'd say that's... It's probably a good idea, but... Yeah. Good shit.
Ooh, teleport area. I don't know what these words mean, but I've...
just... If you're gonna... I was gonna say, you can do mission start and then just sprint.
And just go.
Yeah, just sprint.
It's amazing. They're amazing. I curl my nose at you.
I'll go whenever DM says good to go.
Spirit on a string.
Well, I mean,
ready?
I was gonna say, it's up to you if you're ready, because once you start, there's a timer.
Oh shit, actually let me...
Yeah, make sure your shit's ready.
Also, let me make sure I turn off my eyes here for you guys, so it's not desynced when you find me.
I'm coming for your ass.
Asleep right now.
You're sleep. Oh god, damn it.
She's sleepwalking. That's what happened.
Well, like sleep
It
running.
wasn't me.
Sleep sprinting, bitch.
Running.
All right.
I'm a beast. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Go.
I'm going to give you 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I believe in you. Go get him.
The 30 seconds is what counts.
And basically, for your guys' knowledge, so long as you're within a, I don't know, we never specified an exact distance, but so long as you're within a decent vicinity around Elisande, the mental effects of the Vale will not affect you. That isn't to say that there aren't other things that could come up. That's up to DMs. However, their minds will be their own so long as they remain within their vicinity. If they wander out, then it will start to affect them until they come back into range. And I will leave that distance measurement up to Foxhound as to if you're close enough to her to...
Yeah, I think a good rule of thumb is like where Elisande is to this sign right here where the player mods are.
Yeah, so basically...
That's like where it's most potent.
Yeah, basically,
you can be assured that
safest distance is kind of like about like stick and a half length away.
Sure.
Further out, it starts to wear off, but it's not like an instant on-off. It's kind of like a gradient.
Gotcha.
One day I will have an actual visual that'll make it easier to tell, but, you know, that requires me to know what the fuck to do with FX.
Oh, man.
Bubbles. Bubbles.
That's so hard. Yeah, I imagine she's just booking it.
I'm looking on my little peep screen here.
Yeah, I bet it looks funny.
This
no
other way to describe it other than just like, what are you doing?
All you'll be over here just ready to go, because like,
that was like,
if she's booking it, we need to be ready to kind of go
when he, like,
similar
came back after the
pace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be said, but if you guys want to be in combat models, you can. Not that you need them, but
I was going to say
stuff that you would want to use.
I mean, this is my social model is my combat model because I managed to make it optimized for both.
And the only thing that changed is that I get to use my bow.
Yep, we're gonna
fucking
shoot her knees. That'll keep her from running.
They can drag her back to town. Yeah.
My bow doesn't work anyways. So...
Well, just pantomime it really well. And just be like,
yeah, it's fine.
I mean,
seconds.
if you're implying a mask, okay, right. You ready?
4, 3, 2,
We're good on the exits.
1.
Alright. The trail leads this way, but she is still on the move. I can feel their presence, but it is not stationary.
Right.
So whatever
Is
she's
she still
doing,
running around.
I believe so. They are moving incredibly fast. Which means that, unfortunately, we might be limited in our ability to look unless we are able to spread out, but I cannot cover you all at the same time if that is the case.
It's a lot more tranquil than I imagined.
I know, what I'm saying.
Well, it tends to be tranquil when you are not going about it, screaming about how you want to commit harm to it or something like that. That is usually what causes it to act up. Not that any of you have done this, I'm mostly speaking about people like, Erebos.
Yeah. He's a little boy.
Alright.
That boy needs a therapist.
He needs a number of things.
This is actually one of the places I've never been into. I'm actually quite curious.
Never been here.
Oh, it's a camp.
Yes.
Sure.
I believe there is an old remnant from some past tenants of this place.
Right.
I believe the words that were used for them were I heard call themselves the Hounds of Bedlam or something.
Hounds of Bedlam.
Were they bandits or cultists?
Depending on your point of view, could be a bit of column A, column B. They were the ones who stole something that I am looking for.
Ruby.
Yes. Do keep your eyes.
Chunk of tall grass.
Unless she collapses down in there, but
Seems to be something up ahead.
I believe that is one of the creatures of the place. I would
Dangerous?
actually hold on. He's okay. Yes, it is. It seems currently fixated on the mana from the structure, so as long as you give it a wide berth, it will generally leave you be.
Cool.
They care more about those than the other matter. You'd be surprised as to a number of things. If you leave them alone, they leave you alone.
Right.
It is the Ursaquads that are a bit of touchy.
I've heard about those.
Now, little one. We are not intruding on your home. We are looking for one of ours. Enjoy your snack. Do keep an eye just to make sure it's not following us. I do not want to make it think that we are trying to hurt it. Let us see.
I was a ruby wherever I go to sleep.
The problem is less about what Ruby was doing, is more what is currently directing her dreams. That is more than likely the reason why they are running through here in their sleep, if what you told me was accurate.
Oh, I've no idea that she's asleep.
Oh. Maybe I just assumed that. But
Yeah, it's fair.
that said, if they're either hopelessly lost and they are making themselves more lost in the process. Oh dear. Yeah, we are not. We are not going to want to try to walk past that.
Right.
Let us see.
Can they talk? Can we be like, excuse me, sir, have you seen our friend?
Some things are, but it depends on if they are a spirit or not, because not everything that lives here is a spirit.
Right.
Let us see. If we can avoid having to do so, it'd be most ideal as, well, the spirits...
We don't know if she's even come this way.
That is true. But the problem is that the spirits of this place do not necessarily like those who are not of this place. They tolerate me, but they would very much not tolerate you.
Right.
I am trying to fix that to some degree to make it less tense, but, well, you can imagine that is a bit of an uphill battle.
I would like to say dead end, but really we don't know where she's gone.
That is true.
Is the water safe to traverse?
Yes and no. It's not the water is not going to hurt you. It is more likely the things that are in it. However, we have another bridge over here, so no problem. Come.
I mean, I'd like
Before
to get
something
some
decides to take residence on this bridge too. However, we are on a bit of a limited time frame because if it gets too dark, we will probably want to either hunker down somewhere or make our way back to Leefside, because it is at night when the most less than agreeable creatures come out to play. Most notably the Ursaquads. Do not deal with them. They are not nice.
Right.
They are mean. Especially the babies. The babies will try to give you a hug, but it just pisses off the mother.
Oh. That's so sad, actually.
It's one of those things where the innocent curiosity gets you killed. But yes, keep your eyes surrounded in the area. I do not know precisely what she looks like off the top of my head, but she could very easily be blending in with the surroundings, especially if she is found somewhere to lay down. And of course, if you have an idea of where she might be, or if you know anything about their tendencies, feel free to chime in. I am just going off of going in as deep as possible without going into any of the unsafe areas.
Right.
Because more than likely, she is just being drawn deeper and deeper and deeper without any regard for direction. Especially with as much of a head start as she got over us.
You aren't able to
Suppose if you'd
track her, are you?
To a limited extent. It is not a perfect art, but it is at least a matter of... I can tell that she is in this part of the forest, but as for where she specifically lies, that is not necessarily an accurate attempt. That said, I can
We should probably...
I will certainly try. Yes. Stay along with me. We can get a bit of a vantage point, but I will see if I can try to get a better sense of where she is specifically wandered to from here. We're also at a rather high peak in the forest, so while I do my work, as long as you do not go too far, you should still be relatively safe in vicinity to me, but I will need a bit of time to focus. Probably right here is sufficient. Let us see here. Where is our missing?
Hello.
Hello. We're just trying to get a general idea of, like, directionally, do we feel like we're getting closer to her, or is she getting further away?
You are indeed getting closer. You feel like making your way down the hill is a little bit closer.
Very well.
Hoggers.
You're right. getting higher was a good way. I can feel her a bit more clearly.
You recall you're getting your way closer to one zone where you know people were staking out during that one incident, the Bedlam incident, where a group of people incurred on this land for quite some time. You remember a camp being nearby here, a good land point for you.
Somewhere up here should be another one of the camps of those hounds from before. There's a good chance that she might have unconsciously found her way here, but her presence out here is sticking out more the closer we get to this direction, so we are definitely on the right path. But if we can find the camp, there will be a good point of... here we are. A good waypoint to get our bearings with. And more importantly, should we get stuck out there for a time, these structures will provide us a degree of succor out there.
Making your way towards this area, you start to hear howls, screams of terror, sounds of laughing and boisterous roaring, swords clashing. As Elisande walks into the area, though, and the basking of the glow coming from her staff emanates through the area, it seems to all fade away. The lower story tricks are cleansed and basically taken away from this area. The small ebbs and seemingly remnants of a time of terror seem to loom even in this area, where the denizens long gone.
Old memories, it seems. Seems they have been apt to not forget these things.
Right.
Granted, it does not seem like they have any of the trees they were so fond of back then.
You recall that more was over and down to the right of you.
But further in, there was more akin to ruins within the mountain sides along this place where they made their main encampments. It is also, conveniently enough, one of the deepest reaches of the Vale that is easily traversed in this amount of time. So more than likely, if they have gone as deep as possible, they will be out here.
So how does the Vale do its thing? Is it some sort of magic, miasma of some sort?
It is the collective will of the spirits that make this place their home. Or rather, this place their charge, I should say. The mists are part of the defense mechanism to keep those who are not supposed to traverse this area from being able to find what they seek. Whether or not they necessarily know that they are looking for it. But it is all in service of ensuring that the keeper of the gate is undisturbed.
Blake's lingering a bit.
Yes, yes. Now would be the time that I would recommend start looking around you. Trying to see what you can see in your surroundings, but I believe that bridge is damaged, but we have a proper camp over here. Anyways, you were saying? Oh, wait. Trying to get a vantage point.
Proper
Yes.
ruins.
Yes, the bridge here is broken here though, so I would not recommend trying to traverse it.
This is ancient.
Even looking at it, you can hear rocks dislodging themselves from just a gentle breeze.
Yes, I would not recommend
architecture
standing
here
that
is
far.
Very obviously Dracaean, but what era? Who built it? Completely unknown.
That's fascinating.
I guess some archaeologists would have a field day here.
I believe there's...
I mean, if you can get in without dying.
I believe, if I remember correctly, that there were some that long ago in the history of your Wardens Guild that there were some who found their way out here once upon a time to deal with the people that once made this place their hideout. If you are curious about those ventures, I would try to find anyone who was around from that vicinity. Did someone just hear a cat, or was I just hearing that?
I thought that was just me.
Okay.
Oh no, I heard that too. These are not collective heads.
Spirits playing tricks on us with adorable animals. How
Right,
could...
first the dogs, now the animals, okay.
But yes... I was well aware of the presence of these people out here for some time, but I never dared venture close because they were... There are few who are bold enough to make treks into this place, even fewer who make fortifications here.
I mean, there's no, what is it, mist around here. I'm not seeing any of it. That makes sense if someone would want to camp up here.
Well, but there's a stupid lack of plant life around here.
I'm going up.
Yes. This is as far as I have ever trekked in the past. I have never gone much further, but this was a place that I investigated once upon a time and, well, in search of a item of mine.
It's a little tight.
Yes.
I mean, oh, cheat. Okay, you're quite jumpy.
You might find yourself on a bit of an easier scale to jump than you are used to, but
Okay.
I believe there is a way to get through. No.
Oh, I see someone moving on the cliff over there.
Wait, where? Up
They're gone.
there?
Going for a
That
second.
way?
Across there?
No. Cross that way.
There's a way to go down over here. I believe we can go further across the cliffside this way. And there are some more rock formations to go up that will lead us closer to that direction. Just be wary, there is a gap in the stone here. You will need to jump across.
Wait a minute. Gwyn.
Over here. Come.
Get you back soon.
He
Yes.
took a tumble.
Ah,
Old rocks.
understood.
Yeah.
But yes, be careful here. There's a gap. You'll need to jump to clear it. Try not to land right on the edge. It could crumble a bit.
Right. You gonna be good? No, stay back.
Now you
There
said
does seem to be a cave or a pass through here.
before we go in there, just in
Where?
case, you said there was a figure that was moving up on the cliffs over here.
Yes, that's right.
Let us check
Up on,
that.
like the top of the cliff.
Let us check first, just in case there's anybody up here. And by anybody, I mean the one we are looking for.
They're
Cause
up over there.
Because there are ways to get
Could be-
up higher around here, but...
There's a way to get up. Not this way.
Back here, yeah. Just wanted to do it once over.
But if we do not find anything up top, then we can traverse inward. Or rather, I can see if it feels like they have gone in here.
Right.
But... for now, it is a matter of... just keeping your footing up here, as it is getting a bit slick.
Yeah, and the wood is not exactly new.
Not in the
Underwater
slightest.
around here. It's fine, practically.
We're still.
Are you still for real?
But there is no way for us to get up any higher safely from here.
There seems to be a path way over there.
I do not know how to get over there, unfortunately, but seeing as that we are at a higher vantage point, it might be possible to see if that figure that we saw was indeed where we were, but...
Well, only saw them due to the contrast with the light.
We might as well head that way.
We'll have to make our way back down. We'll have to find a way to traverse the cliffs over there. I think I see a path up, but it might be one that requires either a bit of dangerous footwork or otherwise. Come. We have to at least try.
It's a bit of a drop.
Okay, well this isn't the way that we originally came up, but I can certainly do that.
Yeah, when you good with your leg?
Otherwise, I would
Should be
recommend taking the longer route, but
Right.
I will let you go first. Get yourself.
Right.
Alright. Get back down to ground level and go back to that bridge. We need to see if there's a way to get up to those steps. They look to have been intentionally carved into the cliffside by... Actually, hold! This might be a way to get over there. Is there a way to hop down safely? Because I
There's a
believe...
few small drops here, but we can get down there safe.
Yes, this is doable. I would just brace yourself a bit the cliffside and kind of slide down.
When I was in the fucking library. Good lord.
You see them up
Wait,
there again.
long hair, I
You can see them
think.
up on top.
Is that them?
That looks like her, yeah.
Alright. Well, in that case, there is a way up over here. Stone stairs.
I didn't see them, but I'll trust you on it.
Right. I was able to see her momentarily. They were standing all the way up there. These are not steps, so
Yeah, she's still up there.
carefully get up here. If you feel like you are starting to slide, let me know and I can try to catch you with my staff. But that's
Why do
only
you
on...
think they built into the side of the mountain.
Well, that would require knowing the age of these structures, but it was, I believe, Dravanian, so they are fond of their stonework.
There's another path that way that might go.
Ah, that is
Place,
true,
hard to
but
say.
I want to see where this one leads, if it gives us a vantage point to get higher towards the direction that they were. No, you're right. It was, I believe, the way up, true way up is that. This might have just been a older structure that has since collapsed. Goodness gracious. It has been a while since I
A lot
had
of
to go
steps.
searching for people. You can tell these steps were not made of people of our stature, that is for certain.
No, definitely not. This is definitely for bigger people.
There's another fork in the road.
Well,
It's
she
like-
was up there, so I believe the way that we need to go is up this way.
We can do is try.
There.
It was right here.
Yeah. She's
Yes.
over there.
Shit there.
There she
She's still
is.
moving.
Come. We need to get her in the vicinity of my magic so that she can possibly come to her senses.
Right. Ruby,
Ruby. You have gone far enough, Ruby. Hold.
Ruby.
Her eyes aren't even open.
Oh, no.
She is asleep. Guide her
You
back from the
sleep?
guide her back from the edge. It looked like she was about to step off.
Bonk. Morning. You got like wake up powder in your pockets?
Bring her
Let me see her.
try to
Let me
guide
see
her guide her
Here,
away
go-
from the
go
edge
ahead.
at the very least. I don't want her standing here while she
I
is
have an
still.
alchemical
Hands
stimulant,
turn
but I
freezing.
don't know if it will
Oh.
mess with the spell at all.
Good morning. Or rather, I should say good evening. It is almost nighttime. Do you know where you are right now?
No.
You are deep in the Vale, my friend.
Hi.
Specifically nearby some Dravanian ruins. That is a wonderful question
Cool, actually.
that I would love to ask about, but I feel like that should wait until we get back to
For
Leefside.
now, I should check you over for physical injuries.
Yes.
You
Shall
walked
we?
quite a bit.
Shall we guide you away from the edge you are about to step off of?
Yes.
Come along.
If we can get her back to one of those camps, I can look her over there before we get back.
I mean, it's pretty cozy right there.
This is not really a proper rest
Oh, you
spot.
like-
This is more of a provisioning region.
Yes. Oh, she's alright. She
Lily
just turned into a
is,
pillar of
I
light.
believe, just
She
waiting.
Into a light.
A pillar of light, yeah. She was just like super bright.
Oh,
She
yes.
wouldn't go across the bridge.
Miss
along the
Ruby,
river in
please
front
make
of
sure you remain in close proximity to me. The rest of them I'm not as worried about as much as you. If you stay close to me, you will not be affected by any of the lingering influence of the Vale, but the further away you get from me, the less effective that protection will be. But seeing as it is what pulled you out here, it is still trying to contest for attention.
I see.
Yes. What was the last thing you remember doing?
There's fog around here.
There was a lookout spot by the waterfall with a bunch of pillows and blankets.
Oh, we've gone
I
too
was-
far, haven't we? Have we gone too far?
You go the wrong way? You might have gone the wrong way.
This isn't the path.
boy.
It is hard to tell with these blasted stairs. Why couldn't a bunch of, I don't know, humans have made this or something? This would have been so much more convenient.
Over here.
There we go.
Over here.
I much
Let's see.
prefer I much prefer the plant areas. At least I can tell my way around there. But
Once you
yes.
step on the wood here, it's kind of fucking old. There's all this water falling around. It's not exactly great.
I cannot tell you how old these ruins are. I just know that they were these wooden structures that look like encampments are a lot newer than the framework I used to get up around here. That was all built by those hound people. Bedlam or whoever they.
Look at the stonework here.
However, they
It's
were not
amazing.
responsible for these.
I'm sorry, I'm just very confused right now.
I would be more surprised if you weren't confused, personally, but that is neither here nor there. Now, the question is there a way for us to get down easily as the...
Yes, around here, I believe. The water's dried up, so we can cross, it seems.
There are some gaps here, though, so again, you will need to jump to clear the gap.
At some point.
Lest you slip and fall, and then we have a medical emergency out here. But, here we go.
Pretty
away am I from town? Right outside, right?
No.
How you wish.
You are quite a sizable distance away. It's just lucky that people saw it happen when you did, so that we were able to make chase in time.
We found Lily alone, and then your trail leading into the Vale.
That said, I am uncertain, but I feel as if there are more who entered potentially in search of you. However, one of them is one I am not worried about, so hopefully they are with company of Amaris. Because I cannot distinguish between anyone else, but I can at least tell who I think one of them is, if it's what I feel like I felt, but there was another with them. Or I could be completely mistaken. Sometimes the things that the spirits talk about here is very, well, when we are not escorting somebody who is, needing to leave this place as soon as possible, perhaps sometime we can take a group of people out here and we can take a nice long look at them together. How about that? Besides, I do believe that Amaris had seemed like they wanted to talk to me about something that might have involved an expedition out here, but I am not certain. So it's possible that there might be a trip out here in the near future for people anyways.
Probably about Cesta's searching for the other portions of their ancestor, the skull that's in the cave.
Oh, yes,
Supposedly-
that friend, yes.
Supposedly there's a portion in the Vale.
Well, I did not speak to them myself. I was nearby while they were speaking to them. But I am familiar with the one of whom you are speaking about. Alright, so here we are at the waypoint. What the heck? Ground?
It's fine, it's fine.
It's
If we
okay.
stop here for a bit, I can check her over.
Yes. Do so. But this is a good waypoint to help us find our way back. Because while I am able to kind of point myself towards directions of other people, directly finding paths is a bit harder at times. But
I splay my legs.
we just need to make sure that we find our way towards the bridges and get
Did you
back
take any
across the
falls or
rivers.
tumbles or anything along the way?
Rainwater.
I would not drink that. You don't know.
I wouldn't either.
Probably.
You don't know where that's been. But actually, you do know where it's been. You just don't know what's in it.
Yes.
I'm hurting.
Yeah.
But
He's like frogs.
You want me to just roll for you?
Something like.
No frogs.
I think I fell a couple of times.
Shame.
I can't tell I was.
Those would be so fun
I was
to...
just sleeping by the waterside. That's.
The waterside by the Vale River, by any chance?
It was those blankets and pillows up by the waterfall. I was laying down with Lily and Tell. And then I think I heard Tom and Layla show up.
I did see a
and-
small abandoned building with what seemed to be what you described in there, but that was directly inside of the Vale.
Oh, your legs, Gwyn.
Okay.
I mean,
Ruby,
Seems alright.
by any chance was there a breeze before you fell asleep? Because there's a chance that a breeze might have blown the mist across the river and allowed it to embrace you.
There was a breeze. We were there earlier, and it felt fuzzy, so we left. And then we came back later, and the
Give me a
breeze
sec.
died down.
That was exactly what I was talking about to some other people that I was worried about, that...
I've certainly sprayed this one.
Guess we should stay ready in case Pascal show up.
I just know I was laying there,
Anything else? What the hell was on
relaxing because I've been stressing for the past.
I do
week
not
or so.
I do not blame you. I do not know what it is, but
Other one.
with this town in particular, it would not surprise me that there are plenty of things to stress about.
Okay, this one's fine.
That said,
I know is
I'm not mad at you. Do not worry about that, because I know that this was not your intent. I'm just glad we were able to find you in time.
For the sake of safety, we should get
Stop
you
wheel
something to lean on. Like a makeshift cane.
Damn it.
Hmm.
plenty of wood.
Don't cut one off of the trees. You will only anger them. Look for a branch that has already fallen.
I mean, we have scrap wood here in the camp from the all this.
That's what I was thinking.
It may or may not be completely sturdy. If you put weight on it, could possibly splinter to the point of just crumbling under your weight. It's not old, but it has been exposed to the elements.
Worst case, you can lean on someone's shoulder. Here. Hey, Blake.
Yo. What's up?
Can you help her walk?
Yeah, sure.
The only reason why I'm wary about trying to even snap a branch off the trees is that can be taken as a act of aggression towards the
On our right
spirits
side.
here, and that could cause them to rile up the surroundings in retaliation.
Give me a second, sorry.
Even a simple joking
Go,
expression could be
come,
taken as a
come.
threat. Some of the older ones here are not very
Lily's alright.
akin
At
to
least when we left, she was fine.
having a sense of humor.
Okay. She stayed behind,
Understood.
right?
Granted, I'd say
Yeah,
that
she
is
stayed
because they
behind.
would
She
take
didn't cross the
any
bridge.
chance to lash out at people.
She was casting a lot of magic, so there's a chance she may be mana exhausted by the time we get back.
Mm.
Okay, well now that's a worry. Okay, well then. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Let us know when you're ready to travel. We will go at a bit of a slower pace, but we need to have at least a bit of urgency,
Sod anyway.
lest it gets too late.
My bad foot's on this side, so I'm gonna need to lean on you on this
Because if
side.
it's going to become
Is it
too...
opposite side, the same side?
If it becomes too dark, we
Same
do
side
not
it
have a
is.
means of
You're right,
lighting our way, and I also cannot guarantee that I can keep you all safe from
It's
the
a shield.
creatures that wake up at night.
And not how I was expecting
Right.
to have my evening, gonna be honest.
Few people would.
Like,
Few people would.
Yeah.
Alright,
Anyways,
let's move.
should be
Skedaddle.
up this hill and back down towards the bridge.
Right. Yeah, we crossed over a bridge on the way here, and then there was like another bridge with an angry little fella on it, so we skipped by that one.
I was not absolutely certain if that was one of the spirits or one of the creatures, but I did not want to. I did not want to risk it with others in my company. If it was just me, I would have probably passed it by, and it probably would have not heeded me any. Or maybe it would have. That is the fun part. Some of these spirits are a bit rude. I will be fully honest. Yes. I remember this way. Once we get to the river and we cross over, it should be mostly a bit of a straight shot to get to that other one. And then once we find the camp on the other side of the rivers, it will be a lot more clear where we are. But I
What are
believe-
these structures we keep coming across?
Yeah, it's kinda
those-
pretty good. Like, I like these funny circles with the... I don't know what's in there, but they're cool.
I have never really quite messed with them. Are you talking about the ruins or the coalescing energies?
Coalescing
The latter.
energies.
I believe they are...
I'm gonna lean a little harder as we go down the hill, but...
I believe they are collections, gathering points for mana of this area. I have never really quite experimented with them too heavily, but I do believe at one point in time, I believe the girl's name was Celica, tried to mess with one, and it blew her backwards quite a ways, and then Luna absorbed one into their hand and got energy from it.
Is that why the creatures are attracted to them?
More than likely, yes. If I were able to speak with them directly, I would be able to give you a more clear answer as to their intent, but I'm not able to actually commune with the animals out here. If they are spirits, that's another matter, but spirit
creatures...
Talking to spirits out here
attracted
is
to mana.
difficult, even if there is one right in front of you, because often when you try to commune with one, you are Oh, it's... that is there again. Oh, goodness. We might... This is, I believe, the only way for us to easily go back. It is looking at us. Oh,
It's moving towards us. Back up.
Is it?
go so way.
Oh, he's just making sure it's reasonable.
I believe this is one of these spirits that tend to the Vale.
Somebody has been marking trees.
Someone has been...
That's awfully rude.
In what manner? Show me.
Bark. Removed. Chipped.
I mean, we're not alone.
Broken.
These are not claw marks, correct? These are artificially made.
Not beast. Must be tool. Must be.
Very well. I am escorting one who has found themselves lost here by no volition of their own back to where they came from. But I may potentially, if I am able to commune with you later, I would speak of what the vicinity of this has been, and if there have been disturbances as of late.
It is not them.
It is not. They were in my company. I was escorting them to find a friend of theirs. And their friend, unless they were able to do it in their sleep, is not responsible either. This I can assure you.
Not happy. Part of this forest. Tended by me. Careful. Each branch
I
must
understand.
fit the right way. Every leaf must be picked up when it falls. Fruit allowed to fall where it needs to. Much work.
I understand. When I am able to bring them back to where they are supposed to be, perhaps, if not today, as it is growing late, but in a coming day, I can offer you my assistance to identify, one, the cause, and lend my aid as another keeper of another part of the Vale to restore what damages were done.
That stuff doesn't exist, really.
The keeper has offered to help. This one shall accept it.
Very well. If there is no immediate threat to the vicinity, I must bring these ones back out. This place is not for them, and I
Yes.
do not wish to agitate
should
these
leave.
spirits further. Thank you. We will be speaking again soon. Come.
More trees to count. More trees.
Doing great work.
It's been many times since I have seen another one of these spirits directly doing their duties out here. Normally they deign to keep themselves unseen, doing their work from the places of more comfort to them. For them to show up in front of others, especially those not of the Vale, is a rare thing indeed. Even rarer so that they do not lash out and attack, but that might have just been a matter of having one that they knew. But that is the first I have ever met that one. That said, do any of you know of any people that have been going into the Vale and, I suppose, interacting with it in a way that would involve marking the trees?
Not that, but there was a large group earlier fishing into the river at the entrance, but that's all I know.
I do not believe they...
Some weird fish person, so...
If it's not fishing, I don't think it would involve fishing. However, if there have been people coming in here, I would need to know. Because I would want to warn them of the fact that their actions are being noticed.
Magical or physical?
Are you talking about the mist that we walk through as we speak?
Yes. Is it like spores or is it some kind of magic? I'm trying to work through my head how it blew across.
I believe it is... This is... And I will fully admit, this is a point that I do not fully know for certain, but I believe it is a combination. It is a magical presence. But, if you noticed, something that had only occurred to me recently, through our trek just now, you see the mist all around you, as the flora is all around us. What was missing when we went nearby those ruins besides the fog?
There's no plants, you're right.
It is likely the plants that help facilitate the conditions needed in order for the mist to coalesce. If I were to guess.
Thanks for the chemist.
However, now that I've said that out loud, I would please ask that that does not entail that people should be allowed to go on a effort to remove plant life from the Vale's vicinity, as that will assuredly cause a retaliatory effort from the spirits that I don't think anybody here wants.
Right. Yeah, it would be bad.
But I will keep an eye on the matter, but I believe we are nearing our exit point. I think it is up here.
Still sunny out when I fell asleep.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard these stories that time tends to dilate for one's senses when they are in here. What feels like a few minutes could be a few hours, a few days, and so on. So,
Oh shit, I'd be pissed if that happened.
alright. Let us see if this is far enough. I believe this is about the point back towards town proper.
I think so. Looks about right.
Yes. Waiting for the GM dance.
Oh,
Waiting
cool.
for
I'm
the
gonna sit down.
GM dance. I made the GM dance.
Just fellas, I was laying there on the side, and then Lisa, because earlier in the day she was like, the breeze is really like getting to you and Lily coaxing you to come in. And
I literally told someone about that. I was like, be careful that there's not like a breeze that blows across there or something. I didn't think they would actually do. Well, you know, I'm glad that my internet fixed itself in time for this because well, that happened.
Yep.
Fun times wandering across the Vale.
Did you find your way there all by yourself, or did you get guided there? Because good God, you found the deepest possible place. Yeah.
It's called holding forward and not letting go.
Oh, for the love of God!
I just kept I sang myself a little song. Like every time I passed something, I was like, cages and twisty bridges. And I just kept going.
Cages,
and then I hit the ruins,
twisty
and I was like,
bridges, spooky ruins, my death approaches. Oh boy.
I unmuted and I was like, I'm around some ruins. And Fox was like, oh, I know exactly where you're at. Okay, yeah. And I was like, okay, I'll stay around here then. And it's like, okay.
Oh yeah, no. The fact that you did that was perfect, because I do know my way vaguely through this map, because I've explored it for the sake of, you know, I live here. I should probably know how to get through here without much help. But as soon as they're like, you're going near a place that's like you remember, I was like, oh, they're definitely over here.
I was like, I want to be near the giant twisty ones, like right outside the ruins. And then I saw the ruins and I was like, ruin.
And then you looked like you were about to fucking jump off of a cliff.
City and throughout there in here.
They are at the ruins, and Foxhound is guiding them around.
Oh, God damn it. I might pop in the thing and just be like, hey,
Two ships in the night.
Am I still in here?
Yeah.
Well...
Oh, I'm not. Where am I? I got moved to mission 2.
Yeah, you got moved to us because you found us. Well, we were already in mission 2.
Oh, I got moved because we're all together.
Yeah, because we found you, so there was no need for us to be separate.
So quit about that. About those dark things that I promised to a man that I had no power to promise to.
Yeah?
I see.
Were you doing something funny, haha?
I may or may not have been because I was like, oh yeah, you know, you don't have to pay the taxes or anything, because that was like attributing to the debt. It'd be just basically we pay for it.
Oh, goody.
Because, you know, we don't have to owe them as much
everyone?
then.
Are we far enough that we are able to say that they are able to make the way back to Leefside? And also, why the fuck are there other people in here? I saw them join the map.
Don't ask me. I don't make the rules.
Oh, God damn it.
Regardless, with, you know, everything said and done, if you would like to return, you are free to at this time.
I was gonna say, I technically would have to guide them back, but if she knows that there's other people out here, it's gonna be like, for the love of God, what are they doing?
It's fine. You know, Mars is one
Yep,
of
2
them.
presences.
I'm going back to Leefside.
Let me guess.
Have
Snowbell and Amaris. If it's Snowbell, I feel like I could possibly tell who it is, because they've been staying with me a lot lately. But that's okay. That's okay. If you know what, if they wanna die, that's their problem, not mine.
Mez
I think Mez already went.
Yeah, I'm bringing you guys back there. Like, that would be what I need to do anyways. So let's go.
Yeah, go home.
Whoop. Let's see. I want a nighttime song. This'll do. Once everybody's here, we'll spawn in together.
Where's the
Is it
spawn?
the
Is there
forest?
spawn?
This
Vague
one.
forest
No,
noises.
no. Vale, right here.
Oh, the Vale. Oh, the bold one.
Where's our fit? Oh, there. Okay. Everyone ready?
We're good.
I hit the music I wanted.
Let's go.
Oh.
All right. Goodness sake.
Hi. lock arms, skipping down the way, right?
We are almost back.
See if Lily's here. Oh, you should turn on your magic staff for like cinematic purposes.
That would be really cool, yes.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
There we go. Where's my sword? Right.
Well, looks like you have a welcoming party, friends.
Oh, sir, of course there's a crowd.
Congratulations, you have a lot of people who care about you.
And Lily's
I
still
don't know
there.
about that. Oh,
Well, I'm sure they're going to be a little bit annoyed with you. Not...
please don't.
But anyways,
Stop at Lily and then head
would
to
you
the,
kindly please go back to your proper home? You guys are good. You guys want to go find them, but you need to step out of here. You were in there a while.
Ooh.
Keep an eye on yourself. Congratulations. Take care of your child. Now, could someone please tell me why there are others out there too? Because I know there are more than just them.
Yes.
Yeah,
what
they-
happened?
They were
Oh,
doing
they
this
came
to
looking for
find
you guys.
Oh, God.
So you're aware.
Okay.
Hello, Elisande.
Who is
I know
out
Amara's
there?
out there.
Just so I'm clear.
I know
Like, who-
Amara's is.
Amara. Okay, they're fine.
Ruby.
Unless they were the one marking the oh God, so they were the one marking the trees. Oh
Lily.
no. Oh, that's gonna be a headache to
I don't
clean.
know who else would
I
be.
don't know if she's awake.
Well,
Couldn't tell you.
The greater spirit of the harvest says hello. They wanted me to tell you that.
really?
You might want to specify not
Yes.
all of
He's
it.
got a greater earth spirit
Not all of
inside
it.
of his stomach.
Thank you.
I ate an amulet.
Hello there.
Are you alright? You too.
Well,
What are you doing here?
I can say.
Elisande, you feel hunger
Following her.
coming from him.
I didn't go in by choice.
We went with Elisande to go find her. She wandered in.
You.
I was
Why?
up in that area up there. We were all relaxing.
You said you ate an
Hotel was
amulet,
there,
by the way. That
and
amulet that had the
Lily
Yeah.
We were relaxing.
Yeah, there's
And
a
then I
long story
dozed
to it.
off.
Does that have any other effects
Quite the
upon you by
dream.
any chance, aside from,
And
you
then
know,
when I
having a
woke up, I was
spirit?
a couple steps
in
away from
you?
a cliff, apparently.
Oh yeah, it totally cursed me. Can't lie.
Yeah.
Did
You
not
were
know
Does it
where
have
I
But
anything
was
to do
it
with
was
having
the
a
least
boundless
cursed-
hunger? Because I can feel it coming from you.
Gone too.
Oh no, it asks
This
me
is
to
a
eat a
good
lot of
outcome.
really weird stuff, but it explained that it just needs me to
So
eat
far.
a lot of things so that it
think
can
it
regain
is
its power that it
visual.
lost over. I think it said millennia.
The clinic, yeah.
But it also didn't want to inflict that upon me, so it just makes me eat a lot
I know
every
I felt
day.
it earlier.
and not gorge myself to
I
death.
think it's pulling
So
me
that
down.
it can
Lily.
sustain
Neural.
itself as well.
Harvey is very nice
Very
spirit.
well.
They've been very kind to me.
Anyways, if there is
This one. Take what is.
I am not sure if this is the best place to be lingering, but if they are looking for them, if they were going in to look for us, looking for her, I might need to go back and look for them. Especially because I ran into another one of the keepers and
She'll
they were
take
not
that.
too happy
I do it with
about
everything.
something.
Well,
You see it, Ursa Quad?
very quick.
No, I did not.
Survive, then that may be the
Dang.
necessity.
You.
I miss
words. Would it be
It's
okay
good
to
to
step
see
over
you,
there,
though,
Elisande, for
Elisande.
just like a couple
Specifically
minutes so I can
from
tell you
They
something right
will
quick?
only
Well,
listen
you'll need
to
this, but
you.
yes.
Thank you.
They will not listen to this one. Only take
Okay.
This should be sufficient.
Alright. Okay. Well, could you grab that for me, please? Like, thank you. It's weird. Anyway, so remember that the Deflios ancestor I mentioned a bit ago?
Yes, I was told a bit about people saying that there was a piece of it in the Vale.
Yes.
Yes, some of them were
I don't remember
talking to
how
me
long ago-
about it.
Yeah, it was confirmed recently, like a few days, I think. Oh my
I
God.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a
Figured I'd
potentially
let you know.
very clear place where it might be, as we came across some lovely old Dravanian ruins out there. But I believe we're also the hiding place of a particular group in the past that some in the town might remember the name of. ones who stole something from me. But that is neither here nor there.
Well,
they are no longer around. The places were abandoned, but we had to go all the way out there to find Ruby, so.
Yeah, we brought the ancestor over there. Not in here, but over there.
Right.
And he was able to detect it. He was able to
That
feel
is
it,
likely
so.
what Amaris wished to talk to me about, as I imagine she wanted to enlist me for
Elisande,
that. Yes.
you feel people approaching through the brush.
From that way.
Yes.
More people out there. Coming this way, fortunately.
Oh, that's good.
Hopefully the ones that went out looking for us. But yes,
yeah, that's what I wanted
if that
to
is
say,
the
so.
matter, I have been made vaguely aware of it, but I will probably need to speak with people proper about it. To understand what they need has... Well, there might need to be some preparations made, especially with the, acquaintance that I came across while I was out there guiding them back. Especially if you're going to be leading a large group of non-Vale residents into the town. Or not the town, into the Vale. Oh, hello again, little one. Ah, there they are.
You can tell based on its patterns that more people are here, and this is heralding their arrival out of the Vale.
Did you guide them back, little one? If so, thank you. You are such a dear.
This is one part of it now.
Much appreciated.
Hi.
I found a lost friend. They were in a bunch of ruins over by the deeper parts of the Vale.
Were you accompanying them?
I was accompanying
Initially?
the group looking for them. Ruby went in here by herself, but we found her asleep on her feet. She seemed to have sleptwalked into here.
Yeah, apparently something happened.
From what I can understand, she was asleep on the pillows up there, and a possible breeze blew the mist across the river and enraptured her enough to keep her asleep, but cause her to move in here.
Okay.
Anyways.
I'm just glad that the group who went in there was with you. We wound up going to the ruins ourselves.
Yes, they were they were going to go in without me. It just so happened that I was coming back from what I needed to go do just in time to intercept them.
Okay, that's great.
Is that the...
I assume.
I was going to say, that is her usual thing, I imagine, the falling asleep.
Yep.
I've seen it happen before.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, but she was mentioning feeling cold due to one of the spirits in there.
I see.
Touching her, does she feel cold?
Yeah, no.
That is a question for Foxhound.
We can talk about all this later then.
I don't know if it was
is
just a feeling.
Below body temperature, enough so that it would be more than likely probably good to get some water and some warmth inside of her.
For the time being, I'd say take her out of here.
Don't need to tell me
He's
twice.
injured, yes, no.
She is...
Sir, would you like a body double at this point?
Body temperature is sub, but
No, I'm
not
good.
critically.
Okay.
Just needs some warm clothes.
Okay.
Right.
To clinic or to
Ooh.
home. Whichever.
If we could make this a little quicker. I've been maintaining this for a number of people, and that is surprisingly a bit more tiring than I expected. No, you're fine.
Apparently the brain. Might not be safe for people to stand nearby anymore.
It isn't. Get the hell away from this place now.
Everybody who is interred has left.
everyone-
Please vacate the area. I do not wish to do any more search parties tonight.
Distance yourself from the Vale.
Lens is on standby.
Especially
Harvey
now
says
that
they
it
would
is
like to
night.
speak to you further in the future.
Sorry, could you say that again?
But they understand that they must leave.
That can be arranged.
Lens is on standby.
Alright.
Also,
I'd
they
like them to sit
appreciate
with
that
you
you're
again,
keeping
too,
the old
since we're
arts
not
alive.
Unfortunately.
Okay, Blue.
I'm interested
I'll give
to
you the
know
shtick.
Apparently, you're the
Sounds
first
like
one. First one they've seen using that kind of magic in millennia. They were trapped in a
Mr.
cave for a long
Salazar?
time. though.
Interesting.
Shall we?
Yes.
Elisande?
Yes.
Thank you for getting them out. It's appreciated. And you,
spend
Evie,
a few
Jasmine, thank
days
you
in
all.
a trip into the Vale doing your own thing, you come back to people having adventures.
Sorry. Okay. Let's go.
It's good to see you, though, Elisande.
Yeah.
I've missed seeing you around.
Thank you for your efforts, Elisande.
I have been having some difficulties as of late, but I felt it prudent to at least check on one that I had found. Well, while I am away, I'm sure I've told you this before, but I am able to ascertain people that I am familiar with entering the vicinity of the Vale while I am in it. And while I was away...
Yes, I recall you saying that.
While I was away, I realized that Snowbell had been making more visits without my accompanying her. And it started to worry me a bit to see if they were doing it intentionally or not. So I came to check on them. And I have... well, come across a thing or two that I was not expecting to find when I came back there. And of course, then having to process that information, step away, come back to find out someone has wandered into the Vale, another group was about to go in there by themselves and look for them and likely get lost as well. And I was just like, I can't leave this place for a day, let alone several, without everything missing.
I need to speak with you.
I'll leave you
Yes.
to it. I need to go talk with Terry.
Regarding...
Yeah, regarding this. You seem to understand or speak for it, with it, whatever that may be.
Yes.
As tedious as is. Would you say, in agreement, the best case scenario for this would be to wall it off and have one access point that you have a key to, and those of the town for need to, so nobody wanders in aimlessly and causes this problem repetitively?
The less overt that such matters are taken.
All it would take to get around it is a boat in the water.
I was going to say that...
That's extra effort that we can notice.
However, there's another factor which you have to bear in mind, and that is that it is not a matter of just doing it and it nothing happening. There are entities and spirits, and far more, that are aware of what happens on the borders of the place, and would probably consider that an act of aggression to be openly putting up barricades, even if there is a way through, in such an overt manner. That is why they have been trying to go about it to the way of word of mouth.
And that's not working.
The Vale better than anyone else. Is there not a way to communicate to those within?
Oh, you can.
And
However,
make it clear our intentions.
Well, I don't know how much this has been apparent from its mannerisms in the past, but at least the most elder of the spirits out there despise your town. All of you, without
Then
exception.
good. We should be on equal footing of not wanting people to cross.
No, it is not. It is a matter of, well, despising that people come in here and do the same, but they incur.
Expand.
Is more that people from here incur into there, take things from them, but if they were to try to do the same, that they would be met with far stronger retaliation, and it is not an equitable stance. It does wish to grow. That is not a secret. Blocking it off will only agitate it further and justify its hatred of you all.
That's fine. It can deal with the other part of the country.
You do not seem to understand. It has influence over the creatures that make its home there. Agitating it would mean that you are inviting an attack on this place, if not several.
This is not to be done in a one-sided manner. Whatever it may have to be, we will have to seek counsel with this entity to come to an accord enough that it will not cause further problems. And it's already enough that apparently it's being upset that things are being stolen from it, and it cannot act. So that's something we have to fix first.
Well, that potentially gives me one
You
idea,
would know
given
that
that
there's
mentioning.
any Elisande, but is there even any chance of that sort of agreement? You say they hate us.
Well, I say
Leefside, at
some. The younger ones are more willing to speak at times. They have made their presence known to those in my company on occasion with some degree of curiosity rather than hatred. However, to get something like that, there would have to be something that they could be offered in return. If it was just a matter of do not incur over here, they are ancient entities and that existed for far longer than the sum of all of your lives combined.
That I'm aware.
They, being told, no, do not come over here, will just be met with, why? Simple as that. It would need to give something in return. Aid it
If they're smart enough not to press this issue.
Have anything that they would want that we could give them? That is not the land.
That's the point of holding council, whatever this is.
A question that I cannot immediately answer at this time. However, in my trek to find Ruby along with the others, I did meet with one of the other keepers that I may be able to speak to regarding
Keepers?
Well, yes. The Vale is tended to by a number of these spirits who take the charge of maintaining the forest and its health. I am one such keeper, although I am no spirit. My circumstances are different. But I am one of the keepers
The leaves are apparent, yes.
But yes, despite all of that, I am not one of their spirits. But
the stone fox or the plant wolf, or is there
it
more?
was a larger stone golem with green crystals growing out of it.
Golem. I have one of those running around here already. Alright.
Regardless.
So, this is a situation that we will not, of course, not handle tonight, but if you think there is a prospect of getting in contact with it and inquiring into the future, to avoid any other incidents, I'll try to see what we can do.
I am able to commune with them in mass, but it is a difficult process as it involves speaking to hundreds, if not thousands, of voices at once. They do not ever agree on anything. However,
just regarding
the one that I met recently, there is something or someone who has been incurring into that area, and I need to confirm whether or not it is somebody from Leefside, because if it is, that will immediately derail any of these efforts, because one of the keepers themselves will be actively speaking out against this as us not holding up our end of the bargain. Or rather, I shouldn't even say our.
That's
your end
another
of the
problem.
bargain, because I do not consider myself a part of this. I am an intermediary, nothing more.
I understand.
That's a problem in itself. As I've been told, the Vale is vast. That's why I said if it has to move a few inches, I don't think it will have much of an issue not moving in this direction. It's already blocked off by the water. But there's the others across the canyon.
I simply
And
say...
then the capital to worry about.
I just say, for the
If
fact
those
that...
are possibly involved.
How simply you speak of how easy it would be to block them off as if it would not cause problems shows me how little you know of it. I am saying this. The solution you seek
course
will
I do
not
not
be
know.
at all simple. It may not even be feasible.
Is just an idea.
But presently,
I had to
your
go on it without
ideas...
preparation.
Your ideas
Won't
solely
work.
show what you have to gain from it. None of them have spoken about of any way of how to make it an equitable agreement that would have a chance of being accepted by the ones who would hold the...
And that's what we're working on, as we were stating currently. You need to figure out who's causing the problems, and what would they like to rectify those problems. Then we work on an agreement.
That I can potentially find out from at least the one that I've encountered, now that I know where their dominion lies. I will need to speak with them anyways to find out what has been happening in that part of the Vale recently that has them so disturbed that they are showing their face before those who don't even live amongst it. It is rare that they do so.
One of their prospects is less interference and less things being taken. It's a wall to keep things in and out. But that's not good enough. We'll see what they want.
I will certainly...
Thanks for the talk.
I will at least...
For doing what you can for this town.
I will at least communicate the desire for such a potential agreement to be made, but I can make no assurances that will be met with anything short of
That's
disdain.
fine. I'm sure these spirits are very, very finicky with what they want. They're like old people set in their ways.
Oh, trust me, the old ones don't even like me, if that should give you enough example. Then again, they don't like anybody other than themselves, so...
No, who would like people on their lawn?
For all I do for them, you'd think they would at least acknowledge some of that, but... No. Either way.
We already have enough problems keeping these
Oh yes,
people in check.
I am well aware of that.
They don't even want to respect the law, even if given.
I know. I know.
Are they closed?
Oh, to be fair,
Got it.
it doesn't really look like it's growing. I mean, everywhere that we were standing was still perfectly fine.
Like I said, to me, all this screams is that someone was, at the end of the day,
Resting out there that close to the Vale is just poking the bear.
Every time I come back here, it seems like I get a greater and greater headache dealing with these people and their inability to comprehend that that place has a purpose far greater than theirs. And that they have been doing their job far longer. If anyone were to have right to the land it is them. So yeah, I wasn't going to originally stream this tonight because I was trying to figure shit out, but then I got pulled into a mission impromptu.
You're deciding to stay here.
I am contemplating some things, but it is also, I imagine there are others who desperately to speak to me, given that I have not been seen in the last several
Trust me,
days.
we don't want to do it tonight.
It's not
We
about...
have enough to handle.
No, no, no. I'm not talking about your thing. There are more things than just that. More people with their problems and
Of course there are.
quests and inquiries, and all of them seem to revolve around going into that place. One way or the other.
I don't know how averse you are to the fire, but that's definitely going to ring a light if people want to find you.
I would strongly prefer that that light behind me stays extinguished.
You probably want a lantern then. I'm glad to. Or you just as
I am needing
averse to that.
I am needing a moment to collect myself after having ventured out there and what I have dealt with before going in there in the first place.
Do you need any sustenance normally, or is it just time?
It is a bit of column A, column B. However, I do not need anything. I am fine right now.
Understood. Attempt to enjoy the rest of your night as best as possible, I guess.
One can certainly try. Try being the operative term. Anyways, like I was saying, as I've been telling you guys in Discord, I've been having some severe burnout with this character because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with them. And this might have just impromptu given some stuff, but this effort almost backfired horribly because when I got on offline initially, I only got a little bit of a ways and then I had an internet go out, and then for like half an hour to an hour, my internet was stuck at less than 1 megabit per second speed, to the point that I had to call the company for them to send a signal to the modem to like fix it and like recalibrate itself so that it would like get the proper speeds. And that was almost the last straw for me, where I like almost gave up on this entirely. I was really kind of just close to just losing it. This is not to say that I'm not still kind of fighting the burnout, but because of the stuff that came up, I felt it prudent to at least try to stream this part when I came back. So there's some context that was missed, but you didn't really miss a whole lot. Other than Snowbell has a leaf growing out of her head now. She's been sleeping in the Vale. She's becoming Vale touch, ever so slowly. And it's delicious. However, there's more to it, but that requires me to see Snowbell, because I want to talk to her about it. Either way, this might have been like a good first step of trying to get back into the swing of things, and I'm not sure if it was them realizing it and capitalizing on that opportunity, but if they did that, if something happened just for me, well, that was really nice of them.
Hello, Ethan. You're holding up.
Yep.
Sam. Put some on the side.
I thought there could be people in here. Where are all of them at? Possibly in the library. Or just strewn about in their houses at this point. I wish they would realize that them warding off that area is effectively telling that I am not welcome here either. Although I suppose that was never a question. I know I am not.
Stronger, but I talked to a spirit, I think. Well, wouldn't talk. He guided me. No, he said something. He said, after he took me, he said something along the lines of that this was because Wardens is like, this is like me. Don't know who you are.
You wanted to help people. I only bring up these concerns and get annoyed with you because you did it without telling anyone and without Elisande a few times.
No, I told Arvis. He was there earlier as well.
Not, I don't mean today. I mean previously. There have been days you've gone in there. According to you, you've told me you've been in there for 4 days.
That's true.
In the last 5 days.
One night.
But my point still stands. You've been there.
Noises from the arena? I don't think I would hear the voices from the house.
You could have been gone the next morning. We don't want that to happen. That's all we worry about. We know you can make decisions for yourself. We know you're smart. It's just hard to think so when you make decisions like that. We trust you.
Walking through here feels like being an outsider all over again. Even though I have fought and bled for this place in an effort to show goodwill. But for every victory, every moment of trust gained, it crumbles back down.
You know who would be fun as a girls' night out?
We'll pay you handsomely for such a unique
I feel like we're old and a very pretty girl. No, where's Talia? Talia's not here. We can't invite her.
Wait, is she?
Talia right there.
She is.
She's right there.
Talia, you're not here. I'm so sorry. Where did you go?
Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. I've tried it.
Sorry, Talia. Well, if you do see Talia, we're gonna go help Lily do her hair, and you're invited to come, I suppose.
I don't actually know a whole lot about doing hair.
Well, that's just if you see Dahlia.
To some of our guards here in town and those
Talia
ruins.
doesn't know a whole lot about it either.
In the ruins? I'm not sure.
She did
But-
my hair.
You want to know where nobody wins from? This.
Oh,
I think that's this big new friend over there.
He's gonna slap the rune on the floor.
With the chains.
Come on,
No, I forgot what you think about a big friend.
I don't know.
No, I want you to buy the cover impression.
Hold on, oh, sorry. We gotta watch out
Big
for this.
and relies on strength. Oh, there goes a bug.
Everyone stay back. Don't go near them.
Well, that's unfortunate.
To keep it in the ring? Why do they get to break the ring?
Take him, toss him back into the arena.
Oh, went fucking flying.
I vote out of the circle, man.
Yeah, just a duel. Let's whip out your
what's going
big
on?
dick form. Sure.
Oh, shit.
Is she okay?
Oh no, not again.
Shit.
They hurt.
Fighting is not what I do. I gain no pleasure watching this.
I don't want to take the same route because I don't want to follow people at night.
Coming over, we don't mind. Many.
It's been a stressful end of the day.
Is it worth staying here in the end? Even taking that relic back doesn't feel worth it at this point.
You gonna be okay?
Honestly, the character is just tough because their goals are so counter to everyone else.
I'm here.
I'm sorry. The more
Why?
these things come forth, the more it feels like the stronger the feeling of being that outsider I already knew I was gets reflected to my face with everything that happens. And part of me feels like that I got you swept into it by wanting for company.
You helped people. Emerson, I couldn't find any of you until you were already gone.
That thing that I wanted to talk to you about, Snowbell.
Yeah?
You said in your dream that you effectively imagined yourself, or visualized yourself, practically turning into things reminiscent of a full-blown plant, yes?
Yeah.
What did Triel... I know you said that at one point that Triel had been talking about me to some degree. What did she say about me?
Possibly you weren't. You became a plant person or something.
It was something that I had forgotten for a long time. But she is not wrong. There was a time, vague, distant memories of having hooves instead of roots, of having proper hair instead of branches like trees, where my blood ran red instead of green. I do not remember when that time changed. All that I know is that what I had found of myself to guard, because it was both my salvation and something I felt like I needed to keep close at all times. That very same thing I seek now. The only thing that had originally brought me here and nothing else. But hearing you speak of it as such fear reminded me of the pain that I felt. That through some blessing was made distant and vague, so that I would not feel saddened for the change, but to be happy that it meant that I could do something that to me felt like it was important. And yet, now that I speak about it, I barely remember my life before this. I do not remember the faces of my parents. I do not remember the joys that I used to hold. I do not remember that I once used to find that place as scary as they do. And I don't remember when that all changed. But I know it was not an instant process. It took a long time, a time of which I could not find myself the strength to leave. For reasons I do not remember the exact, but I stayed out there, and over time, what once was became like this, a form better reminiscent of the other keepers. While their forms are stone and vine and crystal, mine had to be adapted to make me able to do. What you saw was effectively the process of perhaps a year or longer's time in the span of but a few minutes. That is not how it happens. But this is how it starts. You are becoming like me.
I have a question.
Speak, and I will try to answer.
Who's the warden?
The warden. In regards to what? Why is this a point of curiosity to you? That might help me know what they might have meant.
When I went into the Vale, I went before Mars, and I think it was a spirit, a little creature looking thing,
The small
came
little
up to me.
floating pink entity.
Like a wolf made of wood and
Ah,
leaves.
I saw them on the way in.
I asked it if it had seen anyone go anywhere. It showed me a way, and at the end, it mentioned something about this just being because the warden doesn't dislike me. Is it you, or is it something else?
I am not certain. I do not know if they have ever referred to me as a warden. However, there was one that I met out there. A larger entity of being of stone and crystal that was busy tending.
We saw him.
They were busy tending to the trees and trying to restore damage that was done to them recently by one who was apparently marking them. It is one that tends to that area. They may have been the warden of which they speak. But if it was me, well, I can easily say that I have never disliked you. In fact, you are one of the few people here that I like. This is why I do not want to tell you. I do not want to tell you a lie to make you feel better or to try to keep you close at my side through all means necessary, because that would do you no good. Why this change is affecting you, I do not know. Your mind is your own. You have proven this by resisting its call, even without my presence being there. And yet the nightmares persist. That... If the change continues, it would mean that you would find yourself finding you in similar possession of the properties I have. The ability to speak with the spirits and be heard. The ability to walk through there without it attacking you. However, as to what would happen to you physically, I cannot say for certain, but look at this phone. Nobody would call me natural, even though I am of nature itself. You have a place here. They still accept you. I would not want you to give that up just for me. It is a lonely existence out there, Snowbell. One that I do not wish to inflict upon you. Unless that is truly what you want. Perhaps maybe they would feel differently about it, but after what you told me about how you feel at unease about how people made you feel about yourself during the full moon, that would be you every day. I do not want that for you. But to tell you how it happens, that I cannot. I do not know the means of which it works. The only ones who would are the spirits themselves.
Belief is rooted in my skin, but not my skull. Mars said it would be like taking out a clump of air, but
it would hurt.
I know.
The problem is that I do not know if it would just grow back. I've never tried to rip parts of myself out. I have just grown to accept this form as a way for me to feel at least at ease in a place that at least tolerates me.
I'll be sleeping in town tonight.
That's okay. I had a feeling that would be the case. But I hope if I ever do come visit that you will not consider me a stranger. Because despite everything, I still love you and your presence. That will never change. But it is because I care that I tell you the truth of what is happening. I did not want to believe it when I saw it at first, but between your nightmare and what I saw when I scanned you with my magic, faint as it is, it was like looking in a mirror, and that scared me. Because I promised you that I would do what I could to make you feel at ease, and I feel so I have done the exact opposite.
I can still stop by so long as you're there. If you're there, it might be fine.
I would always welcome that. But please, do be careful. I mean it. I do care about you. So don't take it lightly.
Okay.
This is your home, not there. You are welcome there, but that does not mean that you should trade it. Because I don't imagine that they would be too kind about it. And they would just make you feel worse for it, even if it was not in your control to begin with. I'm sorry that this happened.
Petting the top of her head, You can call it whatever you would like. Caretaker's instinct. Maybe just a hunch. Seems to be a heavy energy about Snowbell, as if she's carrying some sort of deep negative feelings for two, is one way to put it. The energies that she's exuding seem heavy and negative, but more so than she seems to be able of basically creating herself, Elisande says.
It's okay. We will figure this out. But at the end of the day, what I told you before is still what I will tell you now. Your choices are always your own. I just tell you what I do because I fear for what could come. And I do not wish you to find yourself in a state of sadness. Like I am.
I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. With Mars and Vale and it's fine. I hope I want it to be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
There's a hand on your back. It's okay to not know. Few, if any, have ever had this kind of thing to consider in their life. It is only natural to be uncertain and scared. But you are not alone for this, like I was. You have friends, people who look out for you. Turn to them. Seek their companionship, their guidance. Don't deal with it alone, or you will end up alone, like me.
You're waiting on her?
I believe Miss Triel is waiting for you. I will be around.
No, I'm not the keeper.
I will always be willing to speak.
Well, if I visit, it'll be with you.
Absolutely. If you ever do, I will have you by my side. You can go anywhere you wish. And I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
I trust you.
But please, no more of these visits where I am not around to keep you protected. I do not know if that is why this has begun to happen. If it continues in spite of that, then that is another matter entirely.
You see how well people have attended to.
And at that point, I would accept the responsibility for what happened.
I think Snowbell's one of the better ones. She did.
And hopefully.
We'll see. I trust you.
I saw her napping on the edge of the Vale yesterday.
Thank you.
It didn't bother her.
If you see her doing that, Vale, Elisande, or Mars, Bring her back. And bring her to her room. She shouldn't be there.
I'd rather not touch her. She might be kicking and screaming.
She is a rather sound
Hello.
sleeper. So, you'd be surprised. They'd probably just be more startled if they woke up in that moment.
I'll ask her personally. I usually wander around anyway. Snowbell. If I find you sleeping out in the woods, are you fine with me picking you up?
Here. Oh.
I know.
Sure. Yeah.
Alright.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, we love stairs. You'll be okay. Oh, Hip. Hi. People worry about you. People care. Are you worried about something? It's not bad.
Ah.
What are you looking around for?
The
You can...
lights. They remind me of something. That's all.
Alright. Well, I won't pressure you. I won't push about that. Thank you, Elisande.
I feel that there is nothing to be thanking me for. But I accept it nonetheless. It's better this way. It will simply be better this way. It will hurt them less if I end up leaving.
Oh, good day. Good night. Night. Good evening.
And when you startle these little guys, they tend to explode, so exploding blast charge, not exactly a great time. I'll carry a shield around.
At least if you have to. Not everything.
It will be better this way. It will just be better this way. that I felt a twinge of happiness at seeing them like me. Because I would be robbing her of her happiness rather than giving her true. Suppose these would just have gone to waste then. There is no point in trying to make comfort for them in a place where they should not be. A place not fit for anywhere but those who are already lost. Shh. Perhaps coming here was a mistake after all. I learned to care for them. And that may have been my greatest error in judgment. For my own happiness.
And then Talia's response was a line I've been waiting on for so fucking long.